Fixing parameter 2 set results equal completed. Okay, that's all we need. Of course, we need to make sure that pytest is installed. Test. Okay, we have pytest installed. Is 7.1.2. okay, now let's test pytest. By default, pytest we look for any folder name test and the file name any file starting with test. Okay, okay, we got our first error, which means that we are using a variable. We await from a function, but this function is my coroutine, so we need to make sure that this function should be coroutine. Let's test again. Okay, there is another error. We deprecation warning, the async mode, the default value will be set to strict in future. Please explicitly use async mode strict. So we need to pass a new parameter, a new argument. Pytest async mode equal strict, or async IO mode. Async IO mode equal to strict. Okay, it looks like it can recognize that, but still is saying that pytest and handle coroutine warning, which means it couldn't handle, pytest couldn't handle this coroutine. To do that, we need to make sure we are using the pytest async IO. Let's verify that we have pip show pytest async IO. Okay, we have the pytest async IO. If you don't have that, we can pip. Before you install that, make sure that you are using the pip or on your activated environments. Show pip which pip, we can see that we are using the pip bin from async virtual environment, and then we can issue the command pip install pytest async. Okay, it's already satisfied. We have that. So if we have our pytest async IO, we need to decorate this function. Pytest arc async. Okay, now let's run the test. Oh, now you can recognize that this test is a coroutine test, but the compute loop is not defined. We need to create our compute loop. By the way, as you can see, we have the folder .pytest cache, which is automatically created by PyCharm. To avoid PyCharm creating the pytest cache folder, we can issue, let's delete that first. Delete. Pytest async IO mode for strict. We can pass the -p, which stands for plugin, and no cache provider. As you can see, we run our test, but PyCharm cannot create that cache, pytest cache. Oh, now let's make sure that the compute loop is defined, and create a new file here, name computes, and we can import async IO since we need to in, and create a function called async yeah, we are going to use the async IO, but for now, let's just create a coroutine called compute loop, which receive integer in a string for elements in the range of 4 times a number. Print now working, and then we'll return completed. Very simple. We want to test a coroutine. Now the coroutine, the compute loop is not defined. We need to import that from compute coroutine import compute loop. Then bingo. Okay, that's the way we can test a simple coroutine. So next